Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your Twin Flame Weekly Check-In. It's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Some of it might be for you, some of it might be for someone else. You could be the Sagittarius watching. You could be watching for someone that's a Sagittarius. Either way, I am thankful that you are here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I tend to read more for the Divine Feminine, but if you're Divine Masculine showing up, thanks for showing up. You're here for a reason. There's got to be something in this message for you. All right, so let's take a look at what is the overall energy for the two of you. So we have financial constraints, and if you're new to this channel, this card coming up often is a reflection of your value, okay, and how, you know, your own worth, if you will. We're learning more now about how energy and how the vibration of money, okay, the money is just a vibration, and when we associate money with our sense of value, if we don't, like, if we energetically feel that we aren't worthy, it blocks our abundance from coming in. So I feel like this is about value. It could be financial stuff, financial blockages being cleared, but I just feel, and it's interesting with the family card at the bottom here, I just feel like this is more about, what I'm hearing is realizing you had more money than you thought. You had more value than you thought. You thought that your vault was bare, but it is filled with, well, obviously not money, but you get my drift, right, as a metaphor. Okay. All right. Okay, let's take a look here. What is the current energy between the two of you? Ooh, so we have the third eye. Okay. I feel like this is seeing, it's always like associated. I know it's, the truth is in our throat chakra, but I feel like this is about seeing things clearly, right? Without the mind's perception, without the ego's perception, without anything else. Oof, I'm feeling some anxiety here, guys. I don't know if you're struggling with anxiety right now, if things are coming up. Allow the anxiety to show you what you're stressed about. What are you stressed about? Oftentimes it's based out of fear. Fear is an illusion. Okay. We no longer need to be prepared for things, is what I'm being told to tell you, whatever that means. But it's time to kind of bring in your higher self, ask them to, if it's yours, to give you more information so you can figure it out. And if it's not yours, to give it back with love and compassion so that person can figure it out. Okay, if you absorb other people's energy, if you're empathic, you're going to feel that. Okay, all right, let's see. Where are you at, Sagittarius, with this connection? Ooh, we got a man holding a heart. Okay, so I feel like it's very interesting that these need to work hand in hand, because we have a 1 + 3, which is a 4. And 13 is actually a karmic number. So from past lives, right? It's sort of like making right in this, like balancing your karma, reestablishing your relationship, not only with yourself, but money itself. And then we have another 4 here. So there's some work that needs to be done, but I feel like there might be fear, because I feel like a man holding a heart, a man wants to come forward, and there's no gender here. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. It's whatever energy you predominantly, you identify with predominantly, I should say. I'm going to pull some clarification. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so that's what I thought. When it came up, I was kind of like, the first thing that came up is that's kind of where the anxiety is coming from, is they want to come forward with their heart. Okay, maybe you want to come forward with your heart, Sagittarius. The energy is interchangeable. Take what resonates, but I feel like there's some anxiety there around that, like you're not worthy enough, your heart isn't good enough, your heart is damaged, like you can't bring it forward. Because the next one that came out was the Emperor, was just confirmed, because the Emperor is all about leading with confidence and being confident. And so I feel like there's a lack of confidence here in this individual to come forward with their heart. And that could be where you are at right now. Maybe you want to express how you feel, Sagittarius, and you feel like maybe you don't have enough to offer. Maybe you feel like your vault is empty, but that's not really the truth. And if you look at it with your third eye, if you allow the truth to shine through your third eye, you will see the truth in that. I feel like there is transformation with that, and we have the Strength card, so I do feel like there's been some holding back. It's a very delicate process for you. It's a very sensitive process, and that's kind of where you're at right now. It doesn't say about how you're going to move forward or what have you, but I just feel like it's a good thing that you're holding yourself back, because when you do come forward, when you do realize your value and you've done the work on yourself around that, it doesn't matter how it's received. It releases the anxiety, it releases the expectations. You can just come forward and say, you know what, this is how I'm feeling. And you can be confident in that regardless of how it's received, because you're in tune with your value and your worth, and you know that when you're coming forward with your heart, it's not because you want someone to receive your heart, it's because they're worthy of your love. Okay, so it's very interesting. So that's definitely coming up a lot for you right now. You're probably experiencing it in one way or another. All right, let's see what your twin is. Let's get a card representing where they're at. Okay, so interestingly enough, I'm going to put this here and I'm going to put this here because that's very interesting. That is the actual order they came out in. So I don't know why I'm having a hard time talking, but I'm feeling heart palpitations like crazy right now. Okay, so we have walking away. So they could be walking away from what no longer serves. This is very rarely walking away from the connection. You and I both know that that's not possible, but not really anyways. All right, let's see. Let's get a card maybe representing your person. Okay, so we have the Fool. New beginnings, yeah. Walking away toward their new beginning, leaving their baggage behind them. It's almost like, though, they have to check their baggage. You know, like they have to check. They can't just drop it off on someone else's lap. They got to check it, right? They got to be proper about it. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, holy. Okay, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So we have Virgo energy here. So they could have strong Virgo in their chart or Earth sign in their chart. They want to walk towards a new legacy. This is long-term commitment. They're walking away from anything that doesn't support that. Okay, and we can get more into the extended version, Sagittarius. I do generally do my extended versions on the Divine Masculine and see what's going on with them this week, in their head, like what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what they're actually dealing with, whether it's work, relationship, what have you, how they're viewing you and the connection, what next steps they're taking, and then a message from their higher self. But really right now, they're really walking away and walking towards a new future that's more solid in commitment than what they've experienced so far. All right, so what is healing and evolving in the connection? I love that this came out in this position because we have the garden and the gate. This is a girl who is afraid to go beyond the gate. She has the key around her neck. She's not locked in. She's choosing to stay there out of fear. So I feel like fear is evolving and healing in your connection, okay? All right, let's get some clarification on that. Very, very interesting. Okay, so the first one that came out was the Eight of Wands, which is communication. So I feel like, and here's the thing, I'm going to say this because I've said it in every video, how the Divine Feminine is feeling subconsciously, what she's dealing with subconsciously or energetically, manifests for the Divine Masculine in the physical. Which means that if you're feeling fear on a subconscious level about something, and it could be anything, okay, it's going to manifest for your Divine Masculine in the physical. Okay, so if you're fearing rejection, The rejection is manifesting for them in the physical. Okay, you're both in a seat of fear. It's just processing differently for each of you. All right, and then we have the Page of Cups. Okay, the Page of Cups is it can be an immature love. It can be an apology. I don't feel an apology is the energy I'm getting here. I do feel like it's sort of apprenticing this new concept of love, though. Okay. And then we have the Seven of Wands, which is defensive energy. And if there's some kind of defensive energy, that means there's expectations and ego involved. So I feel what is being healed and processed is the fear of how your love's going to be received, the fear of how you are going to be received, how they are going to be received, right? There's this fear. There's this fear that thing. I'm just hearing that so many things could go wrong. But then I'm hearing in counteract to that, so many things could go right, Sagittarius. So many things could go right. Okay. All right, let's see what the archangels have to say, shall we? Eight of Michael. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation. Not seeing things clearly. Absolutely. Okay. So this is the choice. This is your choice, okay? You both have choices. You both want to be free. You want to move forward. You want to communicate, but you're both afraid to speak. And it's because you're not seeing things clearly. Tap into your heart space. Your heart space will show you the way without fear. There's no fear there. There's only love. Okay, it's almost like that, that kind of, counselors do it all the time where they're like, if there was nothing holding you back, if you had all the money in the world, if you had a magic wand, what would you do? That's the seed of love. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. This is where we're rolling. If you want to know more about your divine masculine, there's an extended version available. Otherwise, if it's resonated or helped you, please like, share, comment, and or subscribe. Be your peace, love yourself, share your light, and have an amazing week.